Welcome to Falcon Field Airport's Fly Friendly program, where we ensure safe and efficient air traffic operations while minimizing noise impact on the surrounding community. Let's start with traffic pattern basics. Falcon Field features two parallel runways, each accommodating both right and left-hand traffic patterns when our Federal Aviation Administration Air Traffic Control Tower is operational. It's important to follow instructions from the air traffic controllers. They are continually working to maintain safe spacing from arriving and departing aircraft. However, noise abatement guidelines should never compromise aviation safety or override instructions provided by air traffic controllers. When flying in the Falcon Field Airport traffic pattern, please operate aircraft at or above the minimum pattern altitudes. 1,506 feet above ground level, AGL, for large turbine-powered aircraft, 1,006 feet AGL for light aircraft, and 506 feet AGL for helicopters. In instances when the air traffic control tower is closed, adjustments are made to the traffic pattern to minimize noise disturbances within residential areas. For instance, when runway 4 left, 22 right is closed, the traffic pattern for runway 4 right, 22 left shifts from south of the runway to north of the runway to place air traffic over less populated areas. Now let's address general noise abatement recommended practices to help reduce noise impact on communities surrounding the airport. Utilize runway 4 left, 22 right for flight training operations whenever feasible. During times of low wind speeds, utilize calm wind runways 4 right and 4 left. A calm wind runway is defined when wind speed is less than 5 knots in any direction. When the wind speed is greater than 5 knots, use the runway orientation which places the aircraft into the prevailing wind direction. Steer clear of overflight of residential neighborhoods whenever possible. When traversing congested areas, maintain a minimum of 1,000 feet AGL. Also make smooth, slow power adjustments to avoid sudden noise events. Flight training schools should adhere to their coded arrival and departure routes as instructed through their respective flight training programs. Departures require careful consideration to minimize noise disturbances to surrounding communities. Climb at VY for optimal ascent until reaching the published pattern altitude to reduce noise exposure. VY provides the greatest gain in altitude over the shortest distance traveled. Please consult the Pilot Operating Handbook to obtain aircraft performance data. As you approach for landing, here are some important guidelines to keep in mind. Avoid repetitive touch and go operations between 10 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. local time. Maintain standard pattern widths, 3/4 statute mile to 1 mile past the end of the runway on the downwind leg. Utilize PAPI Precision Approach Path Indicator lights to guide your glide path for a precise 4-degree glide path to the runway aiming points. For helicopter operations, minimizing noise impact is equally vital. Reduce airspeed below maximum cruising speed to reduce blade slap. Utilize helicopter arrival and departure procedures such as Yankee 2, Gecko 2, Snake 2, or Cactus 2 coded procedures as directed by air traffic control. When crossing the airport traffic pattern from north to south, ensure you cross midfield at taxiway B at or above 1,900 feet mean sea level, or MSL, as instructed by air traffic control. Minimize time spent hovering in the airport terminal airspace or over urban environments. When traveling, make smooth power adjustments and avoid sharp maneuvers, such as rapid G-turns. Remember to maintain altitude above 1,900 feet MSL, 500 feet AGL, for operations within 2 miles of the airport, and remain east of Roosevelt Canal, which is located directly west of airport runways. Lastly, remember, refrain from repetitive training operations between 10 p.m. and 5:30 a.m. local time to respect community quiet hours. We thank you for your time and choosing Falcon Field Airport as a destination. By adhering to these noise abatement procedures, you not only help foster positive relationships with our neighbors, but also ensure the safety and well-being of all airport operations. For further details and comprehensive guidelines, please refer to the Falcon Field Airport Noise Abatement website page.